Guess what I got, folks? More queens, yet again. And, I guess most would say this is a good problem to have more queens than you know what to do with, but I just find it kind of amusing, I guess, that I went from, wanting so badly to make splits and needing to have new queens to having more queens than I know what to do with. So, what happened was we purchased a couple of nucs to set up for the beekeeping classes, and each came, of course, with a mated and marked queen, and I released all the queens. And went back a week later to put on a class, and all 3 queens were gone, and the nucs were raising queen cells. And so we reported to the supplier, Beeweaver, that the queens had all died for whatever reason or been rejected, and so they sent us 3 new queens. Now, the problem is, I just got the queens yesterday. The new queens that the nucs raised are hatching yesterday or today. So now I have these 3 extra queens that I was like, what am I going to do with them? So I brought them home. I'm going to try to make a few more splits. I think I've got enough bees that I can do it, and put them in with those, and I'll hopefully see if I can set the camera up so you guys can ride along with me. But to add to that, over in my queen raising hive there, I've got about 20 more queen cells that I don't know what I'm going to do with. So anyway, we'll see if we can set this camera up somewhere where it will work for us, and let you watch as we try to make it. What we're going to do is I'm going to open up this hive here in front of you, you can see, and I've got my mating nuc over there. Now these bees don't actually need the mating nuc, they should be mated queens. But I'm going to put them in the mating nucs for now just so it's a small deal for the queen to get established, and then I'll move them up to bigger full-size nucs once they're ready. So we're going to open up this hive here in front of you. This is the one that came from that big wall cutout that I did just a week or so ago. Very nice bees, or at least they were the last I knew. See how mean they've gotten in a week. I'm not using any smoke. And they don't seem to mind too much yet. So we're going to get in here and just try to find a frame that has some cat brood, maybe some eggs and whatnot, but not a queen. Obviously we don't need the queen. Should be a queen in here. I gave them a virgin. But I have no idea where she might be in this big box. So I'm just doing a real quick scan looking for her. If she's still a virgin, she might be real small, so it'd be hard to see her. But there's plenty of bees in this box. This is a big hive, or big colony, I should say. So I don't see her on this frame. I don't see any queen cells on this frame. We do see a little bit of cat brood and plenty of nectar. So we're just going to set that over here into our box. Then I'm going to look for one more frame that's got good growth on it. This one's well drawn with a lot of nectar. It might actually be, that's actually more nectar than I want. I'll try to look for another one here. And I've got my trusty queen cage here with me, so if I do find the queen while I'm working, I'll cage her just so I know that she's out of the way. Then I won't have to go so slow looking for her while looking for bees. This frame is mostly all nectar as well. What I'm trying to find is a frame that's got some open space on it, so that as soon as the queen mates, she can start laying. And I think all I'm going to find up here in this honey super, which makes sense, is going to be a bunch of honey. But what I'll do is, a lot of bees on this frame, and I don't want this frame, so I'm going to go ahead and shake this into this side of the box over here. I shake at least 1, if not 2 extra frames. So I'm going to make this a 2-frame split. So I'm going to shake in at least 1 extra frame of bees. Now, these are all open. Here I've got some other combs over here to the side. Y'all can't see me, I know, but this is some comb from a dead out. It's older comb, but it's clean. So I'll just put that in there. Just give the bees, give them some cluster space, give them something to work on. But first I am going to find another frame in here with a few more bees on it and shake them. Because I want to make sure there are lots of bees in here to combat any potential small hive beetle. Now with plenty of bees in there, dropping that extra frame. We'll get in here and we're going to look for our queen. Well, this queen is in here. She's not marked. I noticed that when I got them, 2 out of 3 were marked. This one's not. And again, I don't know what it's going to take to get the camera to focus on her here, but I don't know, y'all probably can't even see anything in there. She's in there. She's right down here in the bottom left corner. And she looks fine. She looks healthy. So we're going to go ahead and just set the camera back up here where I think y'all can see something. It's really windy today. I didn't realize it was so windy, so I apologize for this wind in the microphone. Now remember, release your queen. There are 2 corks. One on this end, one on that end. We want to pull the one that's in this end here that has the candy in it. So we're going to pull this cork right here and then just set this whole cage in the hive. Just use my hive tool, look underneath the edge of that cork and pull it out. So there, now you can see the cork is out. I think you can see that. Yeah, cork's out. You see the candy behind it. I'm just going to place this in that split that I made over here. See the bees are clustering up a little bit already on top. Yeah, I'm going to stick the queen in there screen side down and then just squish it between 2 frames so that she can't get out. So the cage won't fall or kind of stay in place. So I've got good bee cover in here. They should start to recognize that queen scent real soon. Right now they're a little confused. They're running all about because they can't figure out where their hive is. And I'm just going to set my lid half and half like this. I have a weight to hold it balanced. Brick there. And now I've got the other half to do. So I'm not going to keep the film going. I think you guys hopefully got all that footage. So I'm going to cut it off here for this portion anyway. Folks, so the queens are out now. They're released in the 3 mating nucs. I'll show this to you in just a second. Ow, son of a gun. Alright, well that was fun. Had to run in the house and have my wife help me pull that stinger out of my ear because I couldn't quite get to it. And it's about an hour and a half later now. My ear is finally still a little hot, but it's not throbbing anymore. But regardless, that hurt pretty bad. Anyway, you can see there the box that is, I guess, second from the right here on the rail closest to us. That's the one that I made a few more splits from. Took enough bees out of it that I actually went ahead and took that second super off of it. So I've shrunk it back down to just a single hive body. And then we'll walk you over here and show you just where those bees went to. So the 2 new splits that I made are in this box here, sitting out front by itself, kind of an odd angle. And again, you see the entrance reducer right now is set on vented, not on fully closed. I need to put a feed jar on there for them. I haven't yet, but I need to. So I've got 2 splits in there with 2 virgin queens. And then over on the very far right, that off-colored box, that's where I put the 3rd split. Now I did not manage to positively locate the queen in that existing hive when I made the splits. I wanted to, just for some confirmation, but I didn't. So I thought about putting the 3rd queen back into that main box, just to, make sure they had a queen. But I'm going to have more queens hatching out in a couple days. I'm going to bring more bees home. Hopefully Monday, doing 2 removal jobs. Today's Saturday. I might do another one this afternoon or tomorrow, depending on how much stuff we get done around the house. I've got a job right here in town that the client wants to get done quickly, so I'd also like to get on it quickly. But anyway, that's it for now for making the splits and using up those queens that I got. There'll be more to come, I'm sure. I'm going to go over here and tell you guys what, even if you're not gardeners, you have to respect this. And I know you're all jealous of that beautiful, beautiful blackberry. And I see another one. There's another one hanging over there close to the ground. I'm going to go get that one too. I can't even save these things to freeze them because I just come out here and eat them straight off the bush as quick as I can. I got to get them before the birds do. All right, we gone.